It was Tuesday, September 18th, 2007. I had just landed at the Chicago O'Hare Airport, something I'd done hundreds of times before. Back then with HBO, I was on the road traveling 3, 4, sometimes 5 times a week, promoting our original series, like The Sopranos, Sex and the City, The Wire. Yes, I see you. You know your shows. So I was working for you, really. So I just landed. I dropped the suitcase in the trunk. I jumped in the car and got on I-294 South and headed home. And then I started thinking about all the things I had to do. I'm 3 months behind on my expense report. Receipts everywhere. My SVP will be here in 2 weeks, and I hadn't prepared for that. Did the cleaning lady come this week? Was it next week? I mean, has that ever happened to you? You're driving and your mind starts wandering. Yeah? Well, that's what happened to me that day. I'm looking straight ahead, but not seeing. And within minutes of leaving the airport, boom! I had lost control of my car and crashed head-on into the concrete median. I was going 55 miles an hour, no seat belt, in a convertible. Oh, I thought it was over. I thought it was a wrap. And as I lay on the emergency room table, the doctor comes over and she says, "Miss Moore, I'm reading the EMT's report. Your car was totaled. Some people don't make it out of a crash like that." And it was in that moment I looked up at her, and I remember it like it was yesterday. And I said, "Oh my gosh, if I would have died today, I would have died not living the life I'd imagined." You see, at that moment, I had been morbidly obese, over 350 pounds. I was turning 40. Single, no kids, still single. And despite my MBA, I hadn't figured it out. I hadn't figured out a thing. Truth was, I was dark and lost on the inside for a long time, making big, bold business decisions by day, but coming home and consuming volumes of food and in tears every night. The next day, the 19th, I grabbed a sheet of paper and I said, I'm going to write down what I want most for my life. And the answers came quickly. For about 20 years, there's only about 4 things I really wanted. Since college, 20 years, I had really only wanted 4 things. And I have not done any of these at this point. 1, lose 100 pounds. 2, run a 5K. 3, reactivate my community service. 4, see Rome. And it was on that day I decided that nothing, I mean nothing was going to keep me from living the life I imagined. And within 1 year, I had lost the first 100 pounds. I ran my first 5K and subsequent triathlon. Oh yes, I reactivated all memberships in my church, civic, and sorority organizations. And you know it, I spent 2 weeks in Italy on a solo vacation. First stop, Rome. Yes, thank you. And as I'm standing there in front of the Colosseum, standing on cobblestone older than the country from which I left, touching a building I had only seen in pictures since I was a little girl, is when it hit me. What I've wanted for 20 years happened in 1. 20 years of vision, walking in it in 1. I knew then that we already possessed the power to change our very own lives, that living the life you've imagined is about choosing it. Choices shape destiny. Walking in your dreams is an amazing feeling, and I want everyone to experience it. I now know that the calling on my life is to use my story as a humble illustration to help put other people on a path to the life they've imagined. So I'm here today to offer you my simple 3P equation for how I crashed my way to personal freedom and maximum leadership success at HBO. And you can too. I call it my 3P equation. Passion plus purpose equals power. Passion plus purpose equals power. Passion. Life is nothing without passion. Yeah, we've all heard the cliche before. Follow your passion. Yeah, it's a cliche, but it's true. We should. Passion is what fuels us. It's what starts the engine. Passion gives us the energy to keep going and fills us with hope and excitement and anticipation. Passion will help you achieve anything you put your mind to. So what are you passionate about? What are your passions? If you know, that's fantastic, and if you don't, it's okay. Step one, start a passion list. Write down everything that juices you, everything you like. Ask yourself, what about my current job that I would do for free? Or take note of what you're doing when time flies by. I'm telling you, as you start to capture this, you may think that these things are disconnected, but trust me, there is connective tissue between all of it. Answers will come, themes will emerge. Stay close to your passions because passion changes the game. It also helps with the second P, purpose. If you're looking to achieve remarkable, sustainable success, you must have both passion and purpose. People ask me all the time, so Carla, what's the difference between the two? Passion is your feelings, your compelling emotions. Purpose is the why behind it all. Let's keep breaking it down. Passions can be wild and unbridled, and you can have many passions. You can be passionate about football, hockey, singing, cooking, family, church. But passions are usually singular and focused. Passions are for you. Purpose is for others. How will you serve the world? And finally, there's power. Passion plus purpose equals power. One of my favorite poems is written by a woman named Marianne Williamson, and it starts out, our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure, that it is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. See, much of our inability to access personal power is fear. There's an old proverb that says, the true enemy of power is fear. Now, I'm not saying there's no fear. I'm not saying that at all. Bravery is not the absence of fear. Bravery is moving on through it, moving beyond doubt, moving to get to the other side. Because on the other side of fear is greatness. So harness that power you were already born with and go be great. Don't wait to be great. Crash moments are actually transformations in disguise. Plan it in your mind what you want for your life and accept no other alternative. Go live the life you've imagined. Thank you. Thank you.